Last week, we vanquished the Swindle Syndicate and finished General Greenback and the Frugality Force. This week, I'm going to complete Zodiac Save with the Stars, make a lot more progress in the life of a creator, and tell you about what's coming next. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome back to Ready Budget Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about household budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. So if those sound like things that you vibe with, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below, because I'd love to hear from you. We're down to 2 Savings Challenge books this week, because last week we did finish General Greenback and the Frugality Force, so I'm going to complete Zodiac Save with the Stars, and I'm not sure how much money that's going to take, especially since most of what I have to do still are roll and saves, and then also onto the life of a creator. So however much money this book takes is what it's going to take, and then everything else will go in here. Normally on Wednesdays I save $200 or thereabouts. On Monday's game night video, I went over by $4, so I have $196 to play with this week, and so whatever Zodiac doesn't take will go into the life of a creator. So without further ado, let's open up the Zodiac book and we'll get started. Okay, so let's flip through Zodiac, Save with the Stars, and see what we need to work on. So Aries is done, Taurus is done, Gemini is done, Cancer is done, Leo is done, Virgo, we've got one more D12 roll left. So let's start here and let's roll the D12 and let's see how much we're going to save this week. $9, so 5, 7, and 9. And I am going to give it a little color here. I will come back and fill that in later, and I also need a challenge completed sticker. Let me see if I can find those. I didn't take them out, and I don't know why. There they are. Okay. Hopefully I don't send everything cascading to the floor. This is an oasis in a sea of chaos. So, or I guess calm waters in a sea of chaos. So there is that. Okay, let's move on to Libra, which is done. Both sides. We've got all the scratches done and all of the coloring done. Scorpio is done. Sagittarius. Okay, we've got 2 more D8 rolls here. So let's give them a roll. So we've got 4 and 2. So that'll be $6. So I'm going to take 4 back and grab a 10. Okay. We'll give a little mark here and a little mark here. And let me just make double sure that all the scratches are done. They are. Okay. That's done. Next, we've got Capricorn, and we've got 2 scratchers and a whole bunch of roll and saves. So let's get the scratch tool out and go to town here. So it's going to be $2 for that one, and $9 for that one. So $11 total. I apologize if I'm shaking everything here. I just got this new scratch tool, so I'm still getting used to using it. Okay, so $11 for that side. Now let's go over here. Let's roll the D8 once. $5. And let's fill that in. Well, not fill it in, but we'll at least mark off that we've done it. I'll come back and do that later. And then the D12, I need 3 rolls. So right out of the box. 1 is 10, plus 4, plus 5, so $19. So let's mark these. Okay, we'll put a 1 back and take out a 20. And actually, I think I can get a 50. Let's see here. 20, 30, 40, 5, 50. Yeah, so we're at 50 exactly. So that works out great. So grab a 50. 5s and 10s. Okay. And this one gets a challenge completed sticker. Okay. Moving on. Aquarius, all the scratchers are done. We've got 3 D8 rolls left, so let's get out that D8. So we've got an 8, and a 2, and a 5. So $15 here. $10 and $15. And a challenge completed sticker for you. Okay, next page. Pisces, all the scratchers are done, and we've got two D8 rolls and 2 D12 rolls. And Pisces is the last sign of the Zodiac, so this is it. So D8 is 5 and 3, so that's going to be $8. 5, 7, and 8. And now let's do the D10, or the D12 rather. 6 plus 5, so 11. I will come back and condense this. I'm just going to mark off these last 4 symbols here. Okay, we'll stick a challenge completed sticker on it, and that is the end of the book. So, one there. And just for good measure, I'm going to do one on the front cover as well, because we completed every challenge in the book. That was a lot of fun. If you'd like one of your own of these, they're available in my Etsy shop. They are available bound with stickers or unbound with no stickers. Up to you. So let me put the dice tray away for just a sec here. Let's condense. I can put this away too. I can condense what's here a little bit. 50, 25, 30, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I think instead of doing a condensing at the end, I'm just going to do it right now for the envelope. So 10, 20, which means this is kind of a unnecessary step. So we've got $84 going in, plus we had the $4 overage from game night, so that would bring it to 88. Yeah. So I need to put $112 into the life of a creator, at least 112. Okay, but for now, let's get out the binder, and we'll get out the Zodiac. And let's see how much we saved altogether. I'll just make sure that envelope is empty, because this is the final count. Yep, okay. So Zodiac, Save with the Stars, saved us 1,000, 500, 600, 700, 800, and 50, 70, 90, 1900, and 10, 15, 17, 19, 21. $1,921. Let me go count that again, just make sure. 1,500, 600, 700, 800, 850, 870, 890, 900, and 10, 15, 20, 17, 19, 21. 1,921. Whew. So that was a good savings. Your mileage with this book will vary just because there are color and save challenges that you decide the amount. You can make it a roll and save. You can make it a fixed amount, whatever you like. So I will put all of this in here for now. And now let's move on to the life of a creator. I will take out the stickers for that, and then I'll get out the book. And then we will get to playing in this, and we'll go as far as we can. We'll probably complete some more challenges in this one as well, which is also exciting. And then once I'm done with that, I'll condense it, and then I'll tell you about what's coming up next week on the Wednesday video. All right, here we are in the life of a creator. If you haven't seen this before, this is a collaboration savings challenge book that was put together by Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307, and it features designs from her, myself, and 24 other creators. So it was a lot of fun to participate in, and now I'm working through the book. I have made significant progress. There's quite a few in here that are done, but we'll see how much further we can get this week. So when you buy the book from Marlene, it's available on her Etsy or on her website, and I will link her website down below. You get excuse me, you get the book that's bound. It already has all the scratch off stickers applied. And you get 7 dice. So you get a d4, a d6, a d8, 2 d10s, a d12, and a d20. And you also get a couple of sticker pages for the 2 sticker challenges that are in this book. So let's go first to the Booty Bank, which is the challenge that I am working on because, well, it's a challenge that I always start with every week because it is a lot of money. The way that I'm playing it, it's a lot of money. You can make it your own. But because it is so much money, I want to make sure that I get to it each time. So the last we left off, we were using the purple marker, and we were... Where were we? It looks like we left off at 14. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to roll the d6, and we'll see where we go this time. 1. Okay, so we're going to save $15. And I do this one first just because when I get to the high rent district, I want to make sure that I have enough money to play it. So $15, and again, we're going for a total of $112, and I'm sure we will get back to this challenge again. Okay, so now let's go to where the clip is for where we left off last week. And we are on the $50 plus dice roll. This is by pinkycloth.co, and the instructions say, save up each dice. If you decide to roll, save that total amount. This cute challenge should have you saving over $50 plus in no time. So the way that I've been playing this is that I'm rolling a d6, and if it's a number that I have in one of the pink squares, then I cross it off. If I don't have it available in the pink square, then I'm using one of these other boxes. So let's see what we do this week. So we've got a 3, and we do have that available. This is the wrong marker. Use this big Tombow here. So we'll cross that out. We'll save $3. And we'll move on to the next challenge. Okay, next up is Save to Sync. This is by Donna, powered by Creativity. It is a color and save and a roll and save. I've got 2 more... No, it's a color and save and a scratch and save. I've got 2 more scratches left, so I am just going to keep going in order. We're going to do this one here. Probably going to be high, but let's see. 7. That's high, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay. Just clean this up here. And where's the vacuum? There it is. So I'm going to put $13 back, and I will take out a 20. Oops, just 120. So another couple trips through, and we'll have this one done. Okay, next is the Rock and Roll Queen. This is a roll and save challenge, or multiple roll and save challenges. I did all the d20s first, then I did the d8s. Now I'm working on the d6s. So let's roll the d6 and see what we save this week. It's 3 again. And what did I do with the pen? There it is. So we're going to write in a 3. I can barely see that. I'll use the brush tip. Okay. So 2 and 3. Next is my challenge. This is Buster's Bangin' Burger Bar. And at Buster's Bangin' Burger Bar, you get to design the cheeseburger or hamburger of your dreams. It starts with the patty. It could be ground beef, it could be turkey, could be chicken, could be pork, could be vegan, could be anything you want. And a bun, which could also be gluten-free. The patty is $5, the bun is $2. And then you work through all the other ingredients. If it's something that you want on your burger, you color it in and save $1. If you don't want it on your burger, you just cross it out and you save $3 for wasting food. So I've said yes to everything except for mayonnaise, yuck, and soy sauce. I like soy sauce, just not on a burger. So next up we have ham. And I don't like ham. So I am going to cross this out. I'm going to get out the big red pen, and I'm going to save $3. I mean, I already said yes to bacon, so, the pig has suffered enough. We will let the ham go. And I will save $3. So I'm going to put 7 back and grab a 10. I like a spiral ham, like at Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatnot, but I don't like just like a ham steak. Ugh, not for me. Okay, We finished this challenge, so now we're on the counting sheep challenge. This is one of the 2 sticker challenges that's in the book, and we've got 4 sheep left. Each sheep, I've said, is worth $5, so I am going to stick this sheep right over here, I think. And we'll save $5, and we'll go on to the next challenge. So we finished the Christmas word search, so now we're on to General Ray, General Ray budgets, and this is a scratch and save and a roll and save. I have decided to roll the D20 for this challenge, so because I've already done all the scratchers, so let's see what we get. And we got a 5, so not bad at all this week. I think this is the pen I was using. I'm going to mark right up here. And I will put back 15 and take out another 20. Okay, so we're up to $41, so good progress. Now this is the Save $55 challenge by Danny at Craftco Budgets. There are big scratch stickers and small ones. I've got one small one left, so that's what I'm going to scratch. The numbers are very small and doable, $1 to $5, and this one's a 3. So let me get out the vacuum here. And a 2 and a 1, and a 1 and a 2. And we'll move on. And we're back to the booty bank. See, I said we'd be back. So we did 15 last time, so let's roll the D6 again. So we got a 2. So we are moving 2 spots to, let's see, 16, 17. So 1, 2. So we're going to do $19. So I'm going to take 1 back and grab a 20. And actually, I'm going to take these 3 20s, and I will grab a 50 and a 10. Okay, so now we're going back to the front of the book, and we will be on this Christmas challenge that I got from Marlene. This Let's Get Rolling, that is one of her challenges, but I finished that a long time ago, so now I've been doing this scratch and save challenge that she sent me for Christmas last year. So I am going to scratch right up here in the clouds, and that's going to be $2. Easy enough. So grab, let's see, what can I put back? I can put back 3 and take out a 5. 2 and 1 and a 5. Okay, so stick that back in here. And next, we're on the Kiss My Hiney challenge. This is the other sticker challenge, so I need these stickers. It comes with 2 sets. One of them already has numbers on it, and the others are blank, so you get to decide the numbers. And I have decided that each one of these is $5. So I'm going to write another 5 on here. In fact, I should write 5 on all of these, because they're all going to be the same. I don't write the best 5s. I think they look like S's most of the time. Okay, so I'll take one off, and we will stick this one over on her left cheek, like that. And I will put back 15 and take out a 20. All right, so that's the Kiss My Hiney. Oh, and this is by Shannon at 307 Design Studio. Now we're on to the Birds and the Bees. This is a collab within a collab. This was done by Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner. So I am going to roll a d6. I always start here and then go around at the blank ones, and that will tell us what we're going to save. 3. So 1, 2, 3. And $3 is the amount. So we'll cross that off. We'll save a 2 and a 1, and we'll move on to the next challenge. Bug out we completed last time. Now we're on to exercise. I thought you said extra fries. This is by Lindsay at Boy Mom Loves to Save. There's only 2 spots left to scratch. So let's go up here and see if we can get more fries. I thought we might. So on this challenge, you can either use the amounts that Lindsay has suggested, or you can make your own. So I'm just using her numbers. And the fries are worth $5. So let's save 5, and next time through, we will finish that one. Okay, now we're on to this roll and save challenge. This is by the Thrifty Sew Shop, and I have one spot left, and it's 6. So I am going to mark off the 6 because there's no point in rolling, and I will save $6. So what can I do here? I can put a 5 back and take out 11. Okay, and this one gets a challenge completed sticker. Yay! Okay, so that is done. I don't know what I want to cover up here. I guess we'll do it right here. Okay, we finished this one. We finished this one and this one. We finished this one and this one. We finished this one. So now we're on to Budget with Carly, Seek Balance, Not Perfection. We will be finishing it this week, and it looks like I've been rolling a D8. So let's give the D8 a roll and see what we save for the last spot. $4. So I'll write a 4 in here. I will take a 1 back and put in a 5. And this one also gets a challenge completed sticker that I just had my grubby little paws on. There they are. Ooh, I'm running low on these. Well, I mean, I have more, but this set is getting down there. Okay, so we'll do this here. All right, next up, we have 25 to Thrive. This is a habit tracker challenge. I don't do habit trackers, so I've decided that the habit that I'm tracking is that every time I come to this page, I'm saving $5 and checking off a cloud. So let's put back 15 and take out a 20. And then let's check in and see how we're doing here. So we are at 50, 70, 90, $93 out of 112 to save. So we finished this one. Now we're back to the $50 dice roll. Okay, so we've gone all the way through the book this week. So it looks like we've got ones, a 6, and then we've got a couple of wild cards. So let's give it a roll. And we got a 3, so we're going to have to use one of these. So I'm going to write that, not with this marker. I'm going to write that up here. And we'll have to roll one more time to close that square, but for now, I will take 2 back and grab out a 5. Okay, let's move on. Now we're back to Donna, powered by creativity, so let's do the final scratch here. Oh, $10. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. This is a $100 challenge, so there had to be some high numbers in here. I just didn't expect them to be right next to each other, but that's all right. Okay, so I can swap. Can I swap this? Yes. I can swap the 50, 70, 90, plus 10 for 100. Let's see. 106. Yeah, we can do a D8 or a D6 roll. And let's see what we get here. Hopefully it's a 6. It's a 1. All right. Another 1 on this challenge. That's all right. I'm just making sure that I keep this. Okay, so I have got 107, so I got $5 left to save, and now we're back to my challenge, the Bangin' Burger Bar. And now we're on to the chicken, and I do like chicken, so we're going to put that on the burger. And I don't know what color to make the chicken, so I'm just going to make it yellow, I think. Or should I do orange? We'll do orange. Yeah. Okay. So some creatively cooked chicken here. And we'll save $1 for that. So $4 left to save. Finish this. Now we're back to Budget with IRA, counting sheep. So this will put us over by $1. It means $301 is going into the Roth IRA this week, but that's perfectly fine. So you go right there, and I will save $5, and we'll call it good there. So I will put the marker on Janelle Ray Budgets for next week, that is where we will start. After we do the booty bank, because I'll make sure I do that first, we'll close up the book here, put the dice away, and then let's get out the envelope and condense it. As best as we can. Oh, goodness. Okay. 100. Couple of fives here. Oh, this is a mess. Okay. All right. So far, the life of a creator has saved 1,000, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 10, 15, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. $1,926. Impressive. So I need to leave a 5 and a 1, and we're nowhere near done. I mean, I estimate this is going to take at least another $500, maybe even more, mostly because of the Booty Bank Challenge. Now, like I say, you can adapt that to be different if you've got a different budget. You can add numbers together, you can make each space $1, what have you, but I'm doing it as big numbers because I feel like there should be at least one high budget challenge in there, for me anyway. So that is what I am doing there. Okay, so that's everything condensed and consolidated. So let's close that up, and I will take a quick break, and then I'll be back to explain what I'm going to do starting next week, and then especially once the life of a creator is complete. So as I was making progress in General Greenback and in the Zodiac book, I thought, what am I going to do when these books are done? I could just start them over again. I mean, they're my savings challenge books. I can always go grab another one and do it again. But I want to have some more variety. So I'm incredibly proud of both of those books. I will continue to mention them just because they're my creations. I worked very hard on them. And like I say, if you want your own, they're available in my Etsy shop. Link in the description. But for what I'm going to do next, I think I'm going to shift a little bit because I've only got the life of a creator left, and that's not going to make for a very long video each week, and it's going to be over before you know it. So I've been thinking about what I wanted to do, and then an idea came to me kind of out of the blue. I was coming back from a trip, I'll say, in the last couple months, and I was at the airport in Seattle, which is the closest one to me, and I was just browsing the gift shop just because I was looking for something to do, I guess. And I found this book, so let me share it with you here. This is Paint by Sticker, and it's a travel edition. They have apparently many different versions of it. It says here on the back, there's art, there's sea life, there's cats, there's dogs, there's Halloween, Christmas, unicorns, dinosaurs, the whole gamut. But I picked this up because it looked interesting to me. And so what it is, as it implies, there are these big posters, and this is what they look like when they're done. And so it's got all of these blanks on it. And then you have sticker pages toward the back that have all those blanks. These are actually for different challenges, but there's others, challenges, other posters, but they're all here toward the back, and then the blanks are here at the front. So here's the one for that first page. And it tells you what number they go on so that you can apply them yourself. So I think what I am going to do is, starting next week, I am going to assign a dollar value to each sticker, and I'm going to start putting those down. It might be $2, it might be $5. I need to kind of figure that out. So that will take the place of General Greenback and Zodiac Save with the Stars for now, where I'm going to be doing about $100 or exactly $100 into that each week. And then the life of a creator will continue until it's done. I do have one more savings challenge book that's coming, and that is what I anticipate will take the place of the life of a creator once it's done. I don't have a release date on that yet. I am hoping for Boy, I'm really hoping for August, but we'll see how it goes. I still have to do a lot of the work on it, and once I get that done, then that is what I'll be doing alongside the life of a creator, or sorry, to replace the life of a creator and alongside the paint by sticker. So when I do the paint by sticker, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a voiceover. I'm just going to, have myself sticking on all of these things, and I'll do a voiceover about kind of my history with budgeting and my whole history with money, going back to early childhood, because I think everybody's got a story. Everybody has a reason why they're part of the budgeting community, or because they watch budgeting content or savings content, or something that has a series of events that have driven them to the point they're at now on their financial life. And so I want to share a little bit of that with all of you because I remember a lot from my childhood. And I think for those of you who are parents, it might be helpful and insightful to know what I picked up on from my parents, the good, the bad, and the ugly, just as kind of not a warning, but just as kind of an explanation of how much parents influence our attitudes and our attitudes and our, I guess, our identity around money. Do we see ourselves as rich, as poor, as middle class? And do we think of ourselves as having money, not having money? How much stress does money cause, and how that affects us later on in life, for better or for worse. So that is what is going to be coming, and I hope you'll join me for that. Again, that's Wednesdays starting next week. I'm going to do the first one with the voiceover, and then we'll continue with the life of a creator till that's done. Hopefully, by the time the life of a creator wraps up, I will have the other savings challenge book ready to go, and it'll just be a seamless transition. But we'll see. So please join me for that. Other programming notes, I will be back at the end of the week for my weekly budget update, and then Monday for game night, and right back here on Wednesday where we're going to start paint by sticker and we'll make more progress in the Life of a Creator book. So thank you so much for watching, and especially for watching all the way through to the end and listening to me ramble. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, leave me a comment down below so that I know you were here, and until I see you in the next one, take care.